Unless you've been living with your head inside a turkey for the past few decades, you've probably heard of the long-running TV show Friends. And while you may know all of the lyrics to Smelly Cat or the secret strategy for a game of Bamboozled,
I believe I'm entitled to use my angel pass for a free turn. This game makes no sense. You know what, you're just upset because you're losing.
Today we're breaking down 8 behind-the-scenes facts that only true Friends fans would know. Facts like which guest star refused to do the show unless a specific cast member wrote them a full essay, what 90s band was originally asked to perform the theme, and what famous dating term wouldn't exist without the show. But before we get to that, like this video and tap the bell to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into your favorite shows and movies. Last one there has to tell Ugly Naked Guy to close his blinds. The year is 1993. Marta Kaufman and David Crane submitted treatment for a new show about sex, love, relationships, careers, a time in your life when everything's possible. And it's about friendship when you're single and in the city, and your friends are your family. And the name of that show was Insomnia Cafe? That's right, that was the working title for the show that would later on be called 6 of 1, Friends Like Us, and finally, Just Friends. And while all of the main friends were in the first draft of the pilot, the original couple destined for a series-long romantic arc was Monica and Joey. But as the writing progressed, each respective character was cast, it became clear that the show worked best as a true ensemble. Plus, How You Doin' would never actually work on Monica. The early 90s was an embarrassment of riches for TV fans. You had Seinfeld, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Cheers, and Frasier, to name a few. And one of these mega popular shows actually takes place in the same universe as Friends.
What's your name?
I'm Ursula.
Ursula. I like that name.
I don't. I hate it.
You serious?
Lisa Kudrow played a character named Ursula Buffay in Mad About You, another show set in New York featuring the daily lives of hilarious Gen Xers living in apartments they shouldn't be able to afford. The Friends writers loved Kudrow's performances so much that they ended up writing Ursula into their show as Phoebe's twin sister. There was even a crossover episode where Mad About You characters visited Central Perk.
Window, how bad could it be?
I think we have an answer.
What's she doing here?
This could be God's way of telling us to eat at home.
Yes?
Hi, is Rachel here? I'm her sister.
Reese Witherspoon, Isabel Rossellini, George Clooney, Brad Pitt, and other A-listers made guest appearances on Friends, but only one demanded an essay on quantum physics in order to appear. That honor goes to Julia Roberts. When Roberts was asked to play a role in season 2, she agreed to do it on the condition that her character be involved with Matthew Perry's storyline. According to Perry's recent memoir, he was so excited about this news that he sent Roberts 3 dozen roses with a note saying, "The only thing more exciting than the prospect of you doing the show is that I finally have an excuse to send you flowers." But apparently Roberts wasn't done with her demands. She insisted that Perry also write her an essay explaining quantum physics, a challenge Perry gladly rose to. Ladies, if he wanted to, he would. Roberts agreed to be on the show, and she and Perry began a romantic relationship that, according to him, involved a lot of flirting via fax machine. Could there be a more 90s way to shoot your shot? That wasn't the last time Perry went the extra mile to secure a celebrity cameo. He also staged an elaborate bet that led to Bruce Willis coming on the show and donating his salary to charity. Legend has it that the cast of Friends had to sign a contract in the beginning of the series, promising never to sleep with each other in real life. While the sources are mixed about the existence of that contract, or if any cast member has secretly broke it, there was an agreement made on set that brought everyone even closer. Originally, each cast member was paid $22,500 per episode. By season 2, the show had caught on, and the network decided to give each actor a different salary based on popularity. This didn't fly with the tight-knit cast, and they decided to go into negotiations for season 3 as a group, so everyone could get paid equally. This group strategy worked, and by the final season, the 6 of them were making $1 million per episode. Think of that next time you can't get a group of friends to agree on a brunch spot. The cast and creators were so committed to equality, they even made a pie chart for each episode breaking down how much each character spoke. If the sections weren't even, the writers knew it was time to go back to the script and make adjustments. Over the course of the show, the cast became so close they were less like friends and more like family. And part of being family is occasionally scaring the bejesus out of each other. Or at least this was the case when David Schwimmer directed an episode in season 7. The plot of the episode involves Rachel teaching Ross's son Ben to prank his dad, but Schwimmer ended up getting the last laugh. In the final scene, the script called for Rachel to follow Ross into the hallway and mock him as he stormed upstairs. Instead, Schwimmer pretended to fall backwards and threw a life-size doll into the shot. Aniston's reaction and that scream of terror are 100% real. By the way, Ben is played by Cole and Dylan Sprouse, who would later go on to star in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Whether your job is a joke or your love life is DOA, you've definitely had a moment where the Friends theme has gotten stuck in your head. Heck, you may be having that moment right now. But it turns out the show's creators had a different tune in mind. They additionally wanted REM's Shiny Happy People to play before each episode. But when the band refused to give them the rights, they had to get creative. Marta Kaufman and David Crane teamed up with songwriter Allie Willis and Kaufman's then husband Michael Skloff to write a few lines of lyrics and compose a melody. They then handed this snippet to an LA-based alternative band they called Remembrance, who delivered REM adjacent sound for a fraction of the cost. When the show took off, the Remembrance management forced them to write a second verse and bridge to include the song on their latest album. They also put the Friends cast in the music video. The song ended up spending 8 weeks at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 airplay charts. Though the Remembrance initially resented the song's popularity, they later admitted it helped them go from playing basement shows to selling out stadiums, and it definitely put at least a few of their kids through college.
I'm in the shower and I'm writing a song. Stop me if you've heard it.
Many members of the Friends cast brought aspects of their real life to their characters. James Michael Taylor, who plays Gunter, was a real barista who kept his coffee shop day job for the first 4 seasons. Courtney Cox was such an IRL neat freak that she'd clean Jennifer Aniston's trailer between scenes. And Lisa Kudrow brought her actual guitar skills to the role of Phoebe, which is why Phoebe is so awful at guitar. Kudrow famously got so frustrated with on-set guitar lessons that she decided that Phoebe only needed about 3 chords. But contrary to everything your mean high school band director told you, sometimes refusing to practice actually pays off. Kudrow's confident if abysmal playing was such a fan favorite that it landed her on stage at a Taylor Swift concert.
This singer, she's only ever played in coffee houses before. She's never played in a big venue like this, so you gotta please make her feel welcome. You guys, her name is Phoebe Buffay.
You have to really feel the lyrics, you know? Otherwise, but that's all right.
Like how? Like,
They won't take you to the bed.
okay.
I'll be in love with everything like that.
Okay.
Kudrow brought another part of her real life to the show in season 5. She's actually pregnant in this season, though not with triplets, as depicted in the show. For our last fun fact, we'll pivot away from music to talk about the show's impact on language.
Pivot! 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 Pivot!
In season 1, episode 7, Joey introduces Ross and the world to the concept of the friend zone.
You waited too long to make your move, and now you're in the friend zone.
No. I'm not in the zone.
Oh, Ross, you're mayor of the zone.
This term, used to describe someone putting you in a relationship category that isn't romantic, didn't end up applying to Ross and Rachel. But that hasn't stopped bros on Hinge, and Taylor Swift herself, from abusing it ever since. But don't despair. The show is also responsible for introducing more positive romantic concepts, like finding your lobster, into the lexicon. So what do you think? Did we miss your favorite Friends fact? Tell us that, and what show you'd like us to cover in the comments down below.